All right, y'all. Episode 3 should have been called The Delusion Convention because every single person in this episode is lying. Some are lying to other people, some are lying to themselves, and somehow Jonas manages to do both. Let's get into it. We open with Joyce sitting in jail. Now, honestly, the craziest person in that cell wasn't even Joyce, it was her cellmate. Like, Sis is talking about scratching her man's car, him giving her HIV, and how she should have castrated him instead. Ma'am, I've been here for 20 seconds and I am uncomfortable. Then she asks Joyce what she's in for. Joyce says she burned down the house with her husband and his side chick still inside. Girl, you might want to ease into that story. So now the important part isn't that Joyce is in jail. Is that for the first time she finally starts thinking about everything she's about to lose. Her marriage, her identity, her image, her brand. Reality has finally showed up. Meanwhile, Jonas is mad at, wait for it, Matipa. Not because he the one outside cheating, but because she called the police. Like, sir, y'all was almost burned alive. What exactly was she supposed to say? Nah, we good? Like, be for real. So then he tells her the glamorous don't air their dirty laundry. Okay. Your affair is the dirty laundry. Then this fool gonna tell her he doesn't like women who don't listen. Jonas, the call is coming from inside the house. And sidebar, is it me or was Jonas' hips looking a little big? Because I couldn't help but watching this. So he look a little round in the hip. What he got going on? He get it from his mama? Then Jonas bails Joyce out. And for about 3 seconds, I thought, oh, maybe this man has a conscience. Nope, he's got a publicist waiting to announce the divorce. Jonas doesn't just want out, he wants to control the narrative too. So Joyce finally agrees to sign the papers after that anniversary party. She not playing, okay? So this isn't really about love anymore. I think it's about pride, and nobody wants to lose. Then Joyce makes a mysterious phone call asking somebody for a favor. TV shows love doing this because now I'm over here creating conspiracy theories that may never happen. Now let's get to this anniversary party because this whole event is basically one giant lie. Joyce doesn't know if Jonas is even coming. Matipa shows up dressed like she's about to win Best Supporting Actress. She's smiling, she's confident. Girl, she ready. And she look good as hell in that little red dress. I'm not even mad at her because that's how the fuck you show up. Then Jonas walks in. Now listen, y'all seen Matipa's face? Shook. She didn't get the memo. And Joyce introduces Jonas to Trinity like they're the happiest couple ever. And Jonas plays along. They're smiling. They're holding conversations. Looking in love. Just putting on a good show. Whole time, he got the divorce papers in his back pocket. So essentially, they're your every other influencer couple. Jonas pulls Joyce aside because apparently she threatened the minister's construction tender just to make sure he came. Now, Joyce, girl, blackmail for an anniversary party? Then the minister walks over talking about how much he admires their marriage and, he got a good woman. And this poor man has absolutely no idea. He's giving marriage advice to two people actively getting divorced. And sometimes ignorance is really bliss. Then comes the vow renewal. And here's what I noticed. Nobody in that room is hearing those vows the same way. The guests hear romance. Joyce hears hope. Matipa hears a threat. And Jonas, for the first time all season, actually looks emotional. Not emotional enough to stop cheating, but emotional nonetheless. Baby steps, I guess. Magesh then gives the toast, and honestly, he accidentally spends 2 minutes reminding Jonas why he married Joyce in the first place. She's the reason he succeeded. She fought for him. She opened doors. She believed in him before anybody else did. Meanwhile, Matipa's sitting over there like, so we gonna wrap this up anytime soon? Awkward. Then Joyce asks Jonas the only question that actually mattered. What made you stop loving me? And he doesn't answer. Not because he couldn't, because he wouldn't. And sometimes that silence tells you everything. Jonas gets up to give a speech, and I ain't gonna lie, for about 30 seconds, he almost had me fooled. Talking about Joyce being his rock, the love of his life, everything he built was because of her. Like, sir, didn't you file for divorce? Pick a lane. Meanwhile, Matipa is having the worst night of her life. She came here expecting front row seats to Joyce's humiliation. Instead, here she is watching Jonas slow dance, renew vows, give speeches, and smile at his wife. Baby, welcome to side chick purgatory. So she finally pulls Jonas aside, demanding answers. He basically gives her nothing and walks away, leaving her standing by herself. Honestly, that might have been the first consequence she's faced this whole season. We get back to Joyce's house. Joyce signs the divorce papers. It's over, finally. Or so we thought. Because Jonas grabs her hand, tells her he misses her, starts touching her shoulder, and then they kiss? Jonas, respectfully, what the hell are you doing? 3 episodes. For 3 episodes, you've been trying to leave this woman. Now suddenly you miss her? I don't know if you miss Joyce or do you just miss somebody loving you unconditionally. And that's a big difference. And that's where the episode ends. All right, y'all. So before we get out of here, it's time for the Audacity Awards. The biggest fool, Jonas. And at this point, I'm not even explaining why. Y'all see it. The Audacity Award, Matipa, because she came to that anniversary party in a red dress, fully expecting to watch Joyce's downfall. Instead, she had to sit there while Jonas showed up, smiled, and was on his best behavior. So, girl, you came for the front row seats to somebody else's embarrassment and ended up watching your own. I actually felt bad for Joyce asking, "What made you stop loving me?" and never getting an answer. Because honestly, I don't think Jonas knows either. One good decision. Nobody, not a single soul. Everybody spent this episode pretending to be something they weren't. The happy couple, the supportive girlfriend, the faithful husband, the admired marriage. Everybody was acting. And that's exactly why this whole situation keeps getting worse. Well, those are this week's Audacity Awards. And if y'all enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me, did Jonas actually miss Joyce or was he just lonely? And I'll see y'all for episode 4.
Bye! I'll be watching.
And when you feel that the soca done, well, it's more soca to come. And when you feel that the whining done, well, it's more whining to come.